Hello, guys. So, I'm talking about more school drama, because it's popular in my school. So, we're going to start off with Beth. She decided that she was going to stop talking to me because she was doing things that my mother didn't like. And I told her that that was a good thing, and then she wanted to start becoming my friend again. And she kept doing the things that my mom didn't like, and I was like, okay, we're done being friends. And she got all mad and everything. And then, uh, she was like, why don't you want to be my friend? Why don't you want to be my friend? I was like, because you're doing things that my mom doesn't like. My mom doesn't like it. I don't like it. It's very, very uncomfortable. And she was like, okay, I don't want to be your friend no more. I was like, okay, it doesn't bother me, but okay. And then we have Melissa. I was sitting in class the other day, and I had my calculator because we're sitting in the middle of math class. And she was like, give me your calculator and try to snatch it from me. And I told her no. I was like, you can get up and get your own calculator, stop trying to snatch mine. I was sitting right beside her because I didn't have anywhere else to sit. And she was like, you need to move to a different seat. I don't want you sitting by me. I was like, girl, calm down and get up and get your own calculator. She was like, no, I don't want to. You better move because I don't want you sitting by me after what you just did. I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was tell her to go get her own calculator. And she was like, okay, whatever. And then Maria decides that she's going to talk smack on my brother, Justin. And I was like, hey, you need to stop. You need to stop. And she was like, no, I don't have to. Your brother, he's a bad person. He looks like crap. And he doesn't need to be wearing what he's wearing and everything else. I was like, stop. He's being his own person. He's minding his own business. Nobody is bothering you. And she was like, well, I don't like your brother. He's this, this, and this. And I said, girl, didn't you date him? She dated him and now is downgrading him. Like, he didn't even do anything to her. But I was like, what is wrong? She was like, well, I don't like your brother. I was like, he doesn't like you either. Honey, be for real. And then Annie, we were on the bus the other day, and she said that she was going to punch me in my face because my cousin decided that he wanted to talk to me about how his day went because it looked like he had a bad day. I said, okay, let's talk. And he was talking about Annie and saying how she was being rude to him and didn't want all of his friends to talk to her. She doesn't want all of her friends talking to him. She went over to him and punched him in his arm. And then we got on the bus. He's upset. So I go over and I sit by him. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, no, she tried to talk to me today. She punched me in my arm. And I walked up to her. I was like, hey, why'd you punch my cousin in the arm? What's going on? She was like, it doesn't matter. You need to go away and leave me alone. I was like, girl, okay. And then, mentioning I'm the overprotective cousin. You hit my cousin, I'm going to ask you why you did it. And then, there was this kid that was sitting by her on the bus, and he kept standing up, mentioning, I'm a bus monitor, and so is she. So, she's the bus monitor of the little kids, I'm the bus monitor of the little kids and the big kids. And I asked her, I was like, why did you hit my cousin? She was like, it doesn't matter, go away, leave me alone. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then there was this kid that stood up beside her. She wasn't doing anything. She didn't tell them to sit down, nothing. And I looked at him. I went to the front of the bus. I looked at him. I said, sir, you need to sit down. He said, I don't have to listen to you. I said, sir, you need to sit down. He was like, well, I don't care. I was like, Andy, can you get him to sit down? And she was like, no, that's not my problem or yours. If he gets through the bus window, that's not my problem. I was like, you have to be safe and protect the kids, because if you don't protect the kids, they're gonna go flying through the window. She's like, fine. I was like, you have to save these kids' lives. I was like, the bus driver is driving. She needs some extra help. Let's go. So she looked at me. She said, you need to sit down right now. I was like, girl, you can say, can you please sit down? Instead of, sit down right now. I was like, girl, chill out. He's like 6 years old. You're almost 15. And then Nathan said that he liked me. And I was like, okay, I like you too. He told my mom that he liked me and that he was interested in dating me. And then he told Katie, which is his girlfriend, that she loved him. He was like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then he kept coming up to me. He walked me home for the past 3 days that week. And I went up to his girlfriend. I was like, hey, you know your boyfriend has been walking me home the past 3 days. She's like, okay, I don't care. Leave me alone. I hate you. I was like, I was just letting you know. That way he doesn't break your heart and come running to me. And then, here's the good part. And then she wants to go around school saying that I'm trying to break up her and him to get with Nathan. I'm not trying to break up Nathan and Katie. I'm not. Never have been. They look cute together. So I walked up to her. I was like, hey, please keep my name out your mouth. I don't like it. And she was like, I don't have to. I don't have to. I was like, girl, please keep my name out of your mouth. I don't like the fact that you're talking about me, and it's really hurting my feelings. And she was like, well, it doesn't matter how you feel. You're just trying to get with my boyfriend and all of this. I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, y'all are a good couple. Why would I try to get with your boyfriend? Like, make that make sense. And then Hannah wanted to walk up to me and be like, well, why are you trying to break them two up? What is going on? I was like, she keeps going around school saying that I'm going to break up her and her boyfriend. She keeps saying that I'm going to break up Nathan and Katie. I'm not trying to break up Nathan and Katie. And then Hannah goes, oh, well, I like you. I don't like her. I don't. What is going on? And she was like, well, I like you. I want to get with you. I was like, no, honey. No. Mentioning the fact that she told all of my friends that I liked her, and it wasn't true. She was like, well, she likes me, she likes me, she likes me. And all of my friend group looked at me, she's like, do you like Hannah? I was like, no, I don't like Hannah. And she was like, well, obviously you do, because it's going around the whole school that you want to date her. I was like, no. I was like, I'm single and I'd like to stay that way because of right now and everything else. I was like, because of Nathan and Katie. They put me in a position to where they're talking smack about me and they're saying that I want to date Nathan, and then Hannah's saying that I want to date her. I don't. I'd rather stay single. And they were like, well, it doesn't matter. You should get with her. You should get with her. I was like, honey, no. N-O, no. And they were like, well, you should get with her. You should get with her. Y'all be a really cute couple. I was like, no. See, beads, that Hannah is my ex. And I'm trying to find somebody better for myself. But it's going to take time because I need to know, hey, are you good at school? Do you have a decent amount of grades? Because, that's how I was raised. Look, it doesn't matter. Like, if you have an F in school, you're being bad at school, and you have a bad reputation with other girls, like you've cheated on other girls, you've done them wrong, anything, you are a no-go. And then I look for people who have good grades, good for me, doesn't disrespect other people, and is a very good person when it comes to school, respecting my parents, and all of that. Because that's what my stepdad taught me to do. And my stepdad, which I call him my dad, because he's been there for a while, a long while. He's been there since I was a baby. And I was like, look, I'm sorry, but I can't be with you. And it was a whole, well, I don't want to be with you either. I don't like you. I was like, girl, you're going around the whole school telling people you like me and that I should date you and that I am dating you when I'm not. And she was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I was like, yes, you are. I was like, I've heard it from a lot of people that you are trying to tell them that I'm getting back with you. And I was like, I'm not. I'm not getting back with you. I'm not getting with Nathan. I'm not getting with anybody. And then Justin walks up to me, which is my brother. Justin walks up to me and he goes, so are you dating Hannah? I was like, no, I'm not dating Hannah. He was like, what? She told me that y'all were dating. I said, we are not dating. Not dating. N-O, not dating. And he was like, well, it has to be that y'all are dating, so means y'all hang out a lot. I was like, okay, she's my friend. My friend. And he goes, well, y'all should get together. You should do this and this and this. I was like, no. He was like, why? She's a good person. I was like, no, I'm not getting with her. And he was like, okay, your loss. I said, loss of what? Loss of what? I was like, I want to be single right now. Loss of what? And he was like, well, it's your loss. You don't want to get with anybody. I was like, one, there's only one person that likes me. I don't like that person. I'd rather be single. And he was like, well, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. I said, what am I chilling out about what? He said, you're trying to break up Nathan and Katie. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to break up either one of them. I'm not trying to break up Nathan or Katie. I'm not trying to get with Hannah. No. And my brother goes, yes, you are. I've heard it around the whole school. I said, I'm not trying to break up Nathan and Katie. I'm not trying to get with Hannah. Not happening. And he was like, okay, chill out. Because I was sitting there explaining the whole situation and how it happened. I was like, she's saying that I'm doing this, and he's saying that he likes me. Because literally, Nathan told my mom that he liked me. He texted my mom because my mom was like, hey, do you like my daughter? And he was like, yeah, just a little bit. I was like, okay. Therefore, I did like him for a minute, but I do not. I did like him for a long time, and then he got a girlfriend, and I was like, hey, I still like you. And then they started coming up with all the drama, and I was like, no, not the right person for me. Keep going. He was like, okay, whatever. I was like, no, I don't want to date anybody. So that's how far my school drama has gone. So peace out. Bye.